I'm basically doing here is I'm gonna comb out the edges of his hairline all around his head. And by me doing that, I'm gonna put my one guard on. I'm gonna open it. That's considered a 1.5. Like I'm doing here, I'm just gonna trim the hair down all around because once I'm done with that, I'm gonna put some holding spray and line them up. At first he wanted to line up, so that's why I'm doing this. He wanted to line up, but I convinced him later on in the video to get a taper with it because the hairstyle that he has, if he were to just get it all even at on the top and then a lineup, by him having that style, the sides, like the temple area of his hair and the back of his head, and by him wearing the wave cap, it's going to leave a line right there on the side and the back of his head. What that's going to do is it's going to mess up the pattern of his hair. So when I do go over it with a guard like I'm doing now, it's going to look patchy, or it's going to get a patch in his head, and we don't want that. So I had to convince him, like, by you getting a waiver, you have to, it's like, it's mandatory for you to get a taper. And he agreed to it, so we ended up doing it. It's my boy, Devin, he a rapper. This the holding spray I was telling you guys about, Trustman holding spray. This is some real good holding spray. I'm gonna spray that all around his head. And this is my boy, Dev. We went to school together, we played basketball. He looked like Tyga, so that's why I decided to call the video what it's called. He looked like Tyga. But I'm just spraying this on his head, and after I'm done with that, I'm gonna brush that holding spray in to get the hair as late as possible. And don't worry, this is a soft bristle brush. The bristles on this brush is soft, so you guys ain't gotta worry about me being aggressive. Alright, right here, it's my wall detailers. They are 0 gap. I adjusted them myself. These are some hitters right here. Whenever I cut hair, I always use my wall detailers first for a lineup. And then I come behind it with my Andy's T outliners, which are modified. And what I mean by modified is I cut that top part off the liners, so the clips can stay cooler and it's easier to get around the ear and the mustache, and it won't tickle the nose. Have your client sneezing and tearing up, having people think you hurting them or something. Now right here, I'm starting out at the back and I'm just working my way around his head. Usually when I'm doing these type of haircuts, I set in my guideline first. I always do bald tapers on waves, so I always set my guideline in first, then cut the hair down, and then fade last. But in this case, since he wanted to line up, I started out with the lineup. And later on, I'm gonna start fading, doing the taper. So right here, just the front of his hairline, y'all see that new growth right there? This happened from another barber before he came to me. This is what happened. I guess the barber pushed him back. But this is what happens when you go to different barbers. Not all barbers cut the same. Like, if you just so happen to find a barber that cut just as good as yours or even better than yours, then that's great. But if not, then stuff like this happens to you. Your hairline ends up getting pushed back. So I had to just work with what I had, keeping it natural yet crispy. And another thing with him, he didn't wash his hair, so the cut didn't come out as clean as I wanted it to because he had like grease and stuff in his hair. I always tell him to wash his hair, but I guess he forgets. But whenever you do a wave cut, or when you do a cut, any type of cut, make sure your clients wash their hair, or you wash your client's hair for them. I guarantee you your haircut's gonna come out way crispier and way cleaner. Like, you'll see a bigger difference in your cuts if their hair is washed, because it's fresh, and the dryness of the skin is gonna make the hairline pop. All right, right here I have my lever open, which is considered a half, and I'm gonna set in my first guideline at the temple area or the top of his ear. And notice how I'm flicking out when I'm sitting in my my guideline. Notice how I'm setting my guideline there. Right here, I put my 0 guard on. I'll put the lever halfway, and I'm gonna go up about 1 inch to 1/2 inch. Okay. After that, I'm gonna close it right here. That's considered closed. I'm gonna close the lever and knock that line out in between using the corner of my blades. Whenever you fit in on lines, always use the corner of your blades. Because if you use the floor blade, you go create a line that you do not want, and it's gonna make it harder for you to fade that line out. You'll keep raising the taper up higher. Right here, I took my guard off. Now I'm about to knock that line out I created when I first started the taper. It may not look like it's a line there, but it is. It's real faint. Right here, I'm gonna put my 1 guard on. I'm gonna basically do the same thing, but this time I'm gonna start with the clipper open. Where the edge of his hairline is, on the side, where the temple area is, I'm gonna leave that a little darker, so I'm not gonna go all the way across. But right here, I'm setting my guideline to like 1 inch to 1/2 inch. And when I'm done with that, I'm gonna basically close the clipper to knock that bottom line out. As you guys can see, I'm using the corner of my blade, the corner of my clipper to fade that line out. I'm fully closed. I'm just working that line. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take that guard off with my 0 guard back on, the 1/16 guard, and continue to fade that line out at the bottom. But you guys are gonna see like what I'm talking about when I'm fading this taper. After the video, I took more time out to fade the hair because it didn't look as clean and it didn't come out the way I wanted it. And it was only because his hair wasn't washed. If his hair was washed, it would have came out, oh my gosh, way, way, way better. But I mean, it came out cool. So what I'm gonna do here is, y'all see the top of the taper, where that bulk is? I'll open the clippers and I'm gonna go up like about 1/2 inch to knock that bulk out. You guys see how it still looks like kind of patchy and choppy. That's from him not washing his hair. So please just make sure your client's hair is washed. But after I'm doing that, I'm gonna close the clipper to knock more of that bulk out. That's considered closed. Now it's a 1. Now I'm gonna go a little under that, right on the line, and continue to clean up the taper and knock it out, knock that line out. Because that's going to give me room and make it easier for me to fade when I put my 1.5 guard on, the actual 1.5 guard. And I'm going to basically do the same steps. This is the 1.5 guard I'm talking about. So I'm going to basically, it's closed right now, so I'm going to knock more bulk off. Usually I open it, but because his hair is so low, I didn't need to. I closed it and continued to clean the fade up. And after that, I'm gonna open it, clean it up some more, and flick out. And I didn't show both sides to the taper because what you do to one side, you do to the other. Trying to get this taper as clean as possible. after every stroke or every other stroke to make sure I get all the hairs, every little piece of hair. So right here, I'm just doing cleanup work, detail work, going back over my work. Just knocking out any lines I see to perfect the blend. Always make sure you do cleanup work. Always make sure you do cleanup work when fading hair. Because the smallest things, the smallest details matter. The smallest details, the smallest things that bring you out your cut. And you being a barber, you have that barber eye. To others, it may be like, man, that fit is dope, or that taper is perfect. But you, the barber, you gonna see little flaws. Like they don't see what you see. So always make sure you do a little detail cleanup work. Alright, now moving on to the back of the head. What I'm gonna basically do is I'm gonna do the same steps. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna go up about 1 inch because his neck is so long. He have a long neck and his hair go way down there. So I'm gonna bring it up to go like about 1 inch, half an inch, bottom of his earlobes. Then I'm gonna open it. I'll go up another inch to half an inch. Go up, open it up to a half. And then I'm gonna move the lever halfway to knock that bottom line out in between. And sorry my arm was in the way. I don't have a cameraman. I'm using my iPhone to record this. And I have it on a tripod. So I had to do what I had to do to make this video for you guys. But I'm being real consistent with the fading. Flicking the wrist. Flicking of the wrist is the most important thing. Because if you continue to go up, you're going to keep creating lines. Flicking out is very important. So I'm going to put my zero guard back on, do the same steps halfway, just like I did on the side of the taper. On the side of his head, excuse me. And just do the same steps. This is the easiest way of fading. Like, this is so easy. Once you master this, like, you can come up with your own system of fading. That's another most important thing. Making your own system of fading. Making your own fading system. Because once you do that, like, fading ain't gonna be nothing to you. It's gonna be so easy. But these steps I'm showing you right here, it's so easy. Even with longer hair, like with bulky hair. I'm gonna make a video on that too, with long hair and how to remove bulk, and how to make sure the blend is perfect. But the next video I'm gonna drop is gonna be a ball fade. Took the guard off, and I'm at half, cleaning that line up. Now you guys see like where the top, like the middle, but like in between, like his head, in the middle of his head, you guys can see where you have the wave cap on and how it look all patchy. You may not see it right now, but once I put my half guard on, my 1.5 guard, like you guys gonna see it's gonna look patchy in the pattern of his head or his hair. It's gonna look crazy. It's gonna grow all different ways. So it took me some time on the back, because I wanted to make sure I blended this to the best of my ability. And like I said before, even after this video, I did more cleanup work and more fading, and it came out flawless. But this is why it's important, in my opinion, for wavers to get tapers in the back and the sides. Because that wave cap or that do-rag can mess up the pattern on your hair. So I'm just working it. Got my one guard on, have it closed, cleaning up that bottom line out. And I'm gonna open it. That's a 1.5 right there. I'm gonna go down, knock that bulk out, just like I did on the side of the taper, or the side of the head. So knock that bulk out, and then I'm gonna close it and clean it up even more. You can start to see it now a little bit. That's from him wearing his wave cap too tight and him not getting the taper. But I'll make sure I fix it and clean it up. This is my 1.5 guard. So now, from this point, I'm just fading. I'm not setting in another guideline. I'm fading that out. Sure the hair is blended in. Just getting all that extra bulk out. See how much brushing I'm doing? I'm trying to get his pattern back and get his hair to grow back to his normal pattern. As clean as possible. But I love these clippers right here, these wall magic clips. I didn't like fading with them at first because I was getting frustrated because it has a different blade on there. It has teeth in between teeth, if that makes sense. So it get every little piece of hair. And I'll just get frustrated with them because I really didn't know how to fade with them. But after a while, I was like, man, forget it. Let me just try this fading technique, but let me just try it. And I did it, and I liked how the outcome came, so I figured out how to use them. These clippers cut smooth. I love these clippers. And I use these mainly for straight hair. Straight hair or coarse hair. The clippers I use the most is my Oster's fast feeds with the lever, not the detachable blades. I don't like those. I mean, they cool for knocking down bulk, but I like the one with the lever because you get a smoother and cleaner cut. But I use my Oster fast feeds more than I use the magic clips. And usually, when I'm doing tapers, I use my fast feeds, and then I use my magic clips for the 1.5 guard to finish out the fade. Or the taper and blending. I just tried that one day. I didn't even know if it was gonna work, but I tried it one day and the taper came out beautiful. I was really shocked, to be honest. So those are the two clippers I use. I use Masters, but to me, it just seemed like the Masters, like the blade slows down after a while you cutting, and you gotta keep spraying them or putting oil on them. And I've got multiple pair of clippers and Masters, and they all just felt the same. It felt like they was losing power. I was getting frustrated with them. I was like, man, I'm done with Masters. Until they fix that and just fix them and just Masters to be more powerful, man, I'll get me another pair. But until then, I'm sticking with wall magic clips and my Oster fast feeds. All right here, I'm just doing the C cup. I'm gonna connect the sides and his beard. I'm not gonna use the blade to line up the beard, only because my experiences using liners on people beards, when lining beards, for me, it breaks the skin or it irritates the skin when you go over it multiple times. So I stopped doing that. I started using shaving gel. I started using a razor for the beards. This is the Easy Blade shaving gel right here. This product right here is amazing. The guy that owns it or that's over it, his YouTube channel is How to Become a Barber. He have a link in his description on his channel. If you guys want to pick up his products, he got a bundle for like $54. But if you guys want to check it out, you can also go on Amazon and look it up too. But right here, I'm using my straight razor for the beards. I never use liners for the beards, only for the back part when lining it and under the neck. But as far as the cheek part, I only use the razor for that, strictly. I just found it easier for me. And it's funny because with him, he did not want a beard at all. I was always telling him like, hey bro, like you growing a beard, you know you got to line it up eventually, right? He's like, nah bro, just cut it off. I'm like, all right. One day he came, got his haircut. I'm like, bro, you gotta line your beard up. Do it for the one time. And he's like, all right man, go ahead. I lined it up. Ever since, he wanted to keep it. He wanted to grow it out now. And he hoping for it to get thicker too. You guys can see, cut is coming together. The taper, the side and the back is not really how I want it, but it came out cool. But I'm gonna do another video on him with his hair wash, and you guys go see the difference from the tapers. And don't be scared to use a razor either. Hold the razor at a 30-degree angle. I know you guys hear a lot of times 45, but a 30-degree angle is how you want to hold the blade. And use light strokes. You don't gotta press down all hard, because if you do, that's how you end up cutting people. So never fear of using a razor. If you have to practice, use a doll head or a balloon with shaving cream. Do whatever you need to do to learn how to use the razor, because the razor is gonna make the hairline pop. Right here, I'm just gonna line his hair up. His mustache. Sorry, line his mustache up. But it's pretty much the end of the cut after I'm done with that. But yeah, don't be scared to use the razor at all. The razor is your best friend. Learn how to use it first, then use it on other people. But it's pretty much the end of the cut. Let me know how you guys, or what you guys thought of the video. Leave it in the comment section. Once again, like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on the notification button so you guys can know when I drop my next video. I'm gonna be dropping it real soon. I'm just trying to see how this video goes and how views and everything goes with this video. I still might end up dropping it anyway, because I have faith in my channel. But just let me know what you guys think. If you have any ideas or anything you want me to explain and put on this channel, just let me know. I'm here to help you guys, but I also need you guys' support. Help me to help you, if that makes sense. Because I want us all to grow together, and I want to teach you as much as possible and teach you everything that I know, so you can become a great barber or become a better barber. Even if you know how to cut already, like, you might learn something from it, or I might learn something from you. So this is finished product. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. It's your boy DQ the Barber. Follow me on Instagram at DQ the Barber, and I'm out.